Hi everybody. I want to share a short, simple sequence that you can do during hot flashes or just anytime you might feel the need to kind of cool down and calm down. And so before we get started, I highly recommend having some blocks to sit on, and we'll use them later, as well as a yoga strap or something similar to use. And we're just going to get started in a comfortable seat. And again, this is where the blocks will come in handy. Sitting on the blocks is very nice to help you have more upright posture. And you can close your eyes when you're ready and just take a deep breath or two to begin. And these breaths are just helping your body and your mind know that it's okay to start relaxing now. Let go of the outside world, let go of the earlier part of your day, just coming into the present moment, coming into your body. And taking a moment to just check in, seeing if there are any places where you might feel out of balance, physically, mentally, emotionally. And especially if you are in the midst of some hot flashes right now, you're noticing a lot of heat probably radiating from the core of your body outward. Hot flashes are one of the most common symptoms for women in perimenopause and menopause. And unfortunately, there's not that much really known about them. It's believed that it has perhaps something to do with your parasympathetic nervous system not working as well when you get the flash. And so what that says to me is that stress has a lot to do with hot flashes. And I personally know that for a fact. I have felt them come on more when I'm stressed out. I get, triggered by whatever stressful situation I find myself in, and that contributes to a hot flash. And so it's really important in our yoga practice to do calming, cooling breath work and yoga postures. And so we're just going to get started with a nice simple alternate nostril breathing. And I think this is one that a lot of people already know. It's not particularly, meant for hot flashes per se, but because it's just a nice balancing breath, it's a nice one to come back to. And because if you already know it, it's an easy one to kind of pull out of your back pocket and use. And so we're going to begin with our right hand. The thumb will be closing off your right nostril, and then the middle and index finger will be closing off your left nostril. And we're just going to begin by taking an inhale through both nostrils, and then close off the right, exhale through your left. And then inhale through your left. Switch sides, close off the left, exhale through the right. And then inhale through the right. And switch sides again, exhale left. And inhale left. Switch sides, exhale right. And inhale right. And then just keep going a handful more rounds at the pace of your own breath. And remember, these breaths should not be forced or strained. They should be as slow and relaxing as possible. Full inhales, full complete exhales. And this is just a nice balancing breath. The left nostril is said to be our moon nostril, that's the cooling side, and our right nostril is the heat side, the sun side. And so when we alternate back and forth between them, we are finding balance. And just do a couple more rounds like this. So this would be a nice one to do anytime, not just during a hot flash like I mentioned, but do it for, you know, at least a minute, maybe up to 5 minutes, and that could be really nice, and you'll just feel more balanced and settled and grounded, and hopefully a little bit cooler if you were in the midst of a hot flash when you started. And then the next time you exhale through your left nostril, just let that be your last one, and then just sit for a moment and let your breath return to normal. And then we're going to come into a wide angle leg stretch seated. And if you have tight hamstrings, it can be really nice to stay seated on the blocks. If you don't feel like your hamstrings are tight in particular, you might move the blocks out of the way now. And then just open your legs out to a V. And we're just going to walk the hands forward, keeping the chest lifted so you're not hunching. And just coming down to that place where you feel a nice stretch in the inner thighs, the adductor muscles, where you can take a couple deep breaths now. And on your exhales, you can feel that your body is able to start relaxing into the sensations. Shoulders soft, face soft. And you can just breathe here with a normal breath, or if you'd like to try another pranayama, a breathing technique that is in particular good for cooling your body, we'll try Sitali Pranayama. And so for this one, you're going to need to be able to curl up your tongue like this and stick it out of your mouth. If you can't, just do your normal breathing. Don't worry about trying this one. You could visualize it though in your mind, which is said to give you as many benefits as just doing the actual breathing technique itself. So to do this Sitali Pranayama, you're going to curl up your tongue, stick it out of your mouth, imagining like you're trying to sip through a straw. So the inhale is, and then bring your tongue back in, close your mouth, and just exhale through your nose. So curl up the tongue, stick it out, inhale. Bring your tongue back in, close your mouth, exhale through your nose. And just continue at the pace of your own breath, a handful more rounds. Again, this is said to be a very calming breathing technique. ahead and do a couple more rounds in this seated forward bend. Remember, forward bends are also very cooling and calming to your body, so any variation of a forward bend might be nice here. But in particular, when we're opening the legs out like this, we're kind of trying to draw the heat of the hot flash away from the core of our body. And then once you finish this last round of breath, just bring yourself back up. You can bring the legs in, shake them out a little bit. And then we're going to come down onto our back. And you'll want your strap handy. And so once you lie down, let's take the left leg out long, and we're going to loop the strap around our right foot. And you can actually make that little loop with your yoga strap so that the loop will be around the foot, and then you're going to take the rest of the strap with your arms up over your head. And again, the reason being that we're trying to draw the heat out through our limbs, out away from the core of our body where it's radiating from. And then just take a couple deep breaths here. On your exhales, where can you soften? Where can you relax? Shoulders soft again, face soft. And you can hold this stretch for as long as feels good, but definitely do it for at least 8 breaths. And then when you're ready, you'll take the variation of the stretch out to the side. And for this one, you can use your blocks again. And I'm going to stack mine so that when I open my right leg out to the right side, I can find that place where I can slide the blocks right up underneath the side of my right thigh so that my leg can just rest on the blocks, and then just hold the strap with my right hand. My left arm can come out to the floor to a T. So again, we're drawing the heat out through all of our limbs here. Using the blocks underneath my thigh so that I can relax as much as possible so that my body is just more supported here. And again, you can hold this for as long as you like, but at least 8 breaths. And then when you're ready, bring the leg back up overhead and just switch legs. Slide the left foot inside the loop. Take the right leg out long. And again, you'll hold onto the strap with your hands, but bring your arms over your head. Drawing the heat out through the limbs again, away from your torso. And just breathing here. If you wanted to come back to that Sitali Pranayama, you could even do that here again. And again, holding for as long as you like, but at least 8 breaths. And then you'll move your blocks to the other side. And get them ready so that you can take that adductor stretch now. You're gonna open the leg out to the left, slide the blocks right underneath your left thigh. Hold onto the strap with your left hand, right arm out to the floor to its heat. Finding that place again that you can breathe into and relax into. Scanning your body for any muscles that don't need to be working. Again, staying here for as long as you like, but at least 8 breaths. And then when you're ready, you'll just bring the leg back up overhead. You can release the strap now. Lower your leg down. Maybe you slide your blocks out of the way. And then we're just going to come into a Shavasana with a little breathing technique to begin it. So one more cooling breath. I mentioned before our left nostril is our moon nostril, the cooling side. And so we're just going to take a finger of our right hand, close off our right nostril, and just breathe, inhaling and exhaling through the left nostril. And just continuing to breathe through your left nostril as long as you like. Again, a very cooling breathing technique, a very calming breathing technique. So this one's not only good for doing during hot flashes, but also if you have insomnia, if you're having a hard time falling asleep, try breathing through your left nostril. And then when you feel ready, you can just come into a Shavasana with the limbs open out wide again. So the arms are quite a ways away from your body, the legs open apart from each other, eyes softly closed. And just resting here. And don't shortchange yourself with this Shavasana, because really what we need when we're going through hot flashes, going through perimenopause and menopause is just time to relax. So let your Shavasana be as long as you want. I would encourage you to do a 15-minute Shavasana if you have time to just de-stress, decompress, and relax.